Kylie, guess what my favorite month of the year is?
October, since your birthday is in October and your favorite holiday, Halloween, is in October.
Oh, you remembered. But no, March is my favorite month of the year.
What? How so?
It's Women History Month.
Oh my god, that's right.
Did you know that National Women History Month traces its roots to March 8, 1857, when women from various New York City factories staged a protest over poor working conditions?
Women have come such a long way from having to fight for our rights. I'm so proud of our ancestors for standing up for themselves and giving future female generations a voice.
I totally agree with you. I'm so proud to be a woman in media.
Me too. Shall we get the show started?
Of course.
I'm Kylie.
And I'm Heidi.
Welcome to Show 21. If you're an aspiring filmmaker, content creator, or simply interested in learning a new skill, Apache News is the perfect class for you. Don't miss this chance to become a master video producer. Scan the QR code down below to access the application form and submit by March 17th. Interviews are from March 28th to the 30th. Can't wait to see you there.
We all share the common experience of traveling to school, and regardless of your mode of transportation, it's crucial to understand bike safety to ensure a safe arrival for everyone. Now, let's turn to Joziah for some valuable insights on how to stay safe while biking.
Thanks, Anchors. Bike safety is not only important to understand for the cyclist, but also the driver. Now, here are a few tips to help you stay safe on your travels. Tip number 1, ride on the street. Although many cyclists who bike to school choose to ride on the sidewalk, it's actually more dangerous due to numerous obstacles such as trees, pedestrians, and dips in the pavement, all of which increase the risk of accidents. Riding on the street, on the other hand, eliminates the need to worry about pedestrians and allows for faster travel to your desired destination. Tip 2, be alert. When riding on the street, it is essential for you to remain vigilant and anticipate potential hazards such as drivers pulling out or unexpectedly opening car doors. If a door suddenly opens in front of you while biking, brake as soon as possible using the right brake lever, which controls the back wheel. Tip number 3, be predictable. One way to stay safe despite unpredictability of drivers is to be predictable yourself. This means that you should be able to properly signal to drivers what you are planning to do. Remember the hand signals for turning left, turning right, and stopping. If you need to change lanes, signal, look over your shoulder, and if you're clear, then move. Number 4, be visible. Having the first 2 tips down means that you're already on your way to becoming an exceptional cyclist, but it's important that you're wearing the proper gear to ensure that you're visible during the event of an accident. First, wear bright colors, preferably reflective clothing. Also, make sure that you buy lights on the front and rear end of your bike so you can see drivers and they can see you. And finally, be protected. In the event of a collision is unpredictable. Your head is like an egg, and without the proper safety, the outer shell really won't do much, which is why you should always wear a helmet while biking to keep all of your valuable stuff unharmed. With all these tips, I'm sure you'll stay really protected. See what I did there? Anyways, let's just go back to our wonderful anchors. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something, and I will see you next time.
Spring has sprung, and with it comes the opportunity to make your voice heard. ASB spring elections are now open, and if you want to gain experience as a leader while developing skills that will help you throughout your life, check out the informational meeting on March 10th at 3:40 p.m. at the lecture hall, and a mandatory candidate meeting on the 21st. Election results will be released on April 19th at the rally court during lunch. Good luck to everybody running!
While some seniors are continuing their academic careers at traditional universities, others have a different plan for when they graduate. Here's Nicole to tell us more about one of the alternate paths students are taking after high school.
The military is an alternate path for those who may feel indifferent about school or just want a more secure career. 2 students who are on this path are Elijah and Michaela. Elijah is directly enlisting in the Navy once he turns 18, and Michaela will be playing D1 tennis at the U.S. Naval Academy.
My first dream was always to be an NFL player. Football was my first love, so that was usually my biggest dream, but I always, as a kid, wanted to find a way to serve my country in some sort of way. And as I started finishing high school, I started my senior year, I knew that college wasn't for me like it was for some people. So I wanted to make a plan that would best benefit myself without having to do a 4-year community, and I thought that the Navy or the military was just the best opportunity for me.
I chose the Navy because they have the most percentage of women being over there, and I think being a woman, I don't want to be just surrounded by a bunch of men. I want to have other women there too. So, and they have the best tennis team over there.
I think the hardest part was, I would say, me leaving my loved ones. I know for sure it'll be at least 8 months. 8 months, and at most I could do is just email, so that'll be interesting. But for the first 3 months, I won't have any contact with them.
being a student athlete, you know, you have to balance the tennis, the academics, but not only that, you have to do the military training for the Navy. So I think balancing all three of those things is going to be really hard. And you have to serve after the academy for 5 years. My goal is to do my 4 years and then actually attend a fire academy. So hopefully in 10 years I'll be a firefighter serving my community, and as well a firefighter with a bachelor's. I think I'm gonna try to go into the medical field, but it's kind of like hard to say. It's just kind of what the Navy wants me to do at that time. Traveling, learning all new different cultures, seeing how different people could live, it'll be mind-opening, and I feel like it'll really make me a lot humbler.
If you think the military might also be for you, head over to todaysmilitary.com to learn if you're eligible, take the ASVAB test, or explore the different branches. Best of luck to Elijah, who will be starting training in November, and to Michaela, who will be starting school in August. This has been Nicole, back to the anchors.
I like math, and I also like prizes. Luckily for me, the Arcadia math team is holding an event in honor of Pi Day. Unfortunately, not an apple pie or berry pie, it's math pie. From March 14th to 24th, a new problem will be released at 8 a.m. at the link down below. And the first person to submit the correct answer to this form will be declared the winner and receive a prize. Good luck and happy early Pi Day!
Speaking of Pi Day activities, Link Crew is holding their own celebration on March 14th. Don't miss this chance to throw pie at your favorite teacher in the face for just $1. Visit the rally court from 1241 to 122 and watch your teachers get a face full of pie.
Arcadia Stage is back with another exciting play, this time featuring a well-known story of a girl named Cinderella who is in magical pursuit of her dreams. As the students are hard at work preparing the play, let's head to Hayden for an exclusive behind-the-scenes look.
As you follow me into Arcadia's Performing Arts Center, our dedicated Arcadia Stage students are working tirelessly for next week's Cinderella performance. But their work is beyond just the actors on stage, with lighting, costumes, set, audio, and so much more to arrange. Let's go to some of our key contributors for a glimpse of how they composed this enchanted play.
Well, a big thing that we added into this show was a ton of steel. And luckily through our Perkins grant, we were able to get new welders and hoods, and they've been blowing me away with their talent in how they've been welding and really showcasing a new way and new skill that we've been able to add to this show, because there has been so much steel.
So over here, we have Janelle working on one of our steel arches. We've been working on them for around, I'd say, 3 weeks now. We built these along with staircases, all of them being around 16 feet tall, which is one of the biggest welding projects we worked on. But we just started off by cutting a whole bunch of steel and then welding it all together to form these shapes. And then we skin it with wood so we can later on paint it with just whatever color we want it to be.
So right now, this is the prologue of the entire show. So right now we're going from cue to cue, which means like every time they're gonna ask Ariel to go to a location, Ariel's gonna stand there and they're gonna take a second to light her and make sure all the lights are on her, make sure she has enough light so they can see her face, and that's what we're gonna do with every scene, every show right now. So that's why it's gonna be a little slow, because they have to individually light every little cue.
You're going to get the classic story that we love, but a whole different twist on all of these characters. They've also gave Cinderella lots of strength. So she actually makes the prince change, and she works with him in getting him to see what he needs to do to change his kingdom before she can reveal herself. So it's a new life to these characters.
This show will be performed starting next Thursday, March 16th, and Friday, March 17th at 7 p.m. There will also be 2 shows next Saturday, March 18th at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. You can head on over to the website below to purchase your tickets, with general admissions being $15, student tickets being $10, and VIP tickets being $30. I'll see you there next week, Apaches.
School Spirit next year, get yourself a class of 2024 crew neck at the link down below. Don't miss out, juniors.
That crew neck looks really cool. I wish I could get one.
Too bad, but I can.
Kylie, you know what I'm really jealous of right now?
My swag?
No.
My cool nails?
Yes, but not exactly. I'm jealous of our girls softball team for winning yet another game.
That's impressive. Girls sports are winning a lot. I'm so proud of our female athletes. I want to know more.
Honestly, me too. Let's head to Ronan to give us more information on our remarkable sports teams.
Sorry to disappoint, but I'm not a woman. However, let me tell you something. A group of women who do not disappoint is definitely our girls softball team, who played 2 games this week. Josh, my fellow woman-loving man, take it away.
Thanks, Ronan. Our girls softball team going into their first league game this season, and we're extremely determined to get the win. Let's see how they fared in an extremely close game against Burbank on Monday, followed up by another game against Hoover on Thursday. On Monday, Burbank got off to a quick start, taking the lead in the first inning, but the Apaches were not having it. They mounted a tiny comeback when Tiara Westbrook hit a 2-run double, putting the Apaches in the lead. In the top of the 7th inning, Burbank tied the game, sending it into overtime, where the Apaches managed to score a walk-off run, winning the game with a final score of 3-2. Just yesterday, our girls played their second league game against Hoover. They came into the game with confidence and it sure paid off. The Apaches came out on top, showing off their amazing teamwork, winning the game with a 10-0 shutout. Great job, Apaches, for your outstanding work in the first league games of the season. Keep up the good work, and now let's head back to Ronan in the studio.
Nice going, ladies. Now let's get into the men. Our baseball team has been crushing it this week. Aaron, why don't you tell us a little bit about this epic team?
Thanks, Ronan. This week has been action-packed for our varsity baseball team, with 2 important home games against league opponents. Now let's go see how they did.
On Monday, the varsity boys faced off against Pasadena Bulldogs. The Apaches' bats were instantly off to a hot start, getting 3 runs on the board in the first inning. This offensive explosion was enough to win the game as the Apaches took the W with a final score of 6-2. And on Tuesday, the 2-5 Hoover Tornadoes came to town. The Tornadoes were no match for the Apaches as they jumped to a 4-0 lead in the 3rd inning, and after adding 3 more runs in the 5th, the Apaches were able to leave the game with a 7-0 win, adding on to their 5-game winning streak.
Overall, it was impressive work for our varsity boys this week. Their next home game is tomorrow at 2 p.m., so make sure to come out and cheer on these boys. This has been Aaron. Now let's go back to Ronan in the studio.
Thanks, Aaron. Before we send it back to the anchor's desk, let's look at the other sports teams that played this week. On Tuesday, badminton played at Miracosta and won 21-0. Boys tennis won 15-3 against Crescenta Valley, while boys golf won at the Pacific League Golf Meet with a leading score of 386. On Wednesday, track and field won their meet against Burbank. Finally, let's get to Thursday's slate of sports. Boys tennis won 18-0 against Burroughs. Boys golf placed first in the South El Monte Golf Meet with a winning score of 397. Badminton won 19-2 against Wilson. Our swim team won all 4 levels of competition during Thursday's swim meet against Burbank. And finally, baseball blew out the Hoover Tornadoes with a final score of 19-0. Great work by the Apaches on grinding out these wins this week. But for now, let's send it back to the lovely women at the anchor's desk.
I'm so proud of our sports teams.
I agree. We've been getting a lot of wins this season. They're working really hard.
I can't wait to see more wins, especially from the girls' team.
Me too. We still have 20 days left to honor Women's History Month after all.
20? I thought there are 21 days left.
Well, someone who likes the color green a little too much will take over next Friday.
Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day next Friday. I totally forgot.
Yep. Don't forget to wear green or you're going to get pinched.
Ouch. I'll definitely remember. But for now, check out our socials down below.
This has been Kylie
and Heidi.
See y'all next week.